What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting to you from the D. And oh boy, I gotta get on the freeway, and I'm looking over my shoulder onto the freeway, and it's looking too busy down there. Well, whatever. We gonna do it anyway. Let's get to the topic at hand. And nah, screw that. We ain't going that way. We going a different route, man. Nah, my time is too valuable for me to be up there like that. Anyways, I was saying, Wes Watson. You guys heard of him? I didn't know of him until recently. Apparently, this guy is like some alpha male influencer, as far as I could tell. You know, I've seen a few little clips from him. I don't know. To me, he just seems like entertainment. He doesn't seem like anybody that you should take seriously. He just seems kind of like a content creator, you know. But there's a lot of talk about him, his height, how much he makes, and paying chicks, and I don't know. Some of this stuff, I'm just really wondering, why do people care so much about that? The guy is making his money however he's making it, however much that is. Unless he's scamming people, I don't know why folks are so damn concerned with what this dude is doing. Now, if he is scamming people, then by all means, expose the guy, because it's not good to just let people be taken advantage of. But outside of that, you know, if the dude is tricking off his money, you know, like, why do you care who this guy's laying pipe to? You know, if people are looking up to him or whatever, I don't think he's a very good guy to look up to, but I'm not going to be out here championing against what he's doing, because ultimately his interests, they don't conflict with mine. And I mean, whether you guys like it or not, there is a market for that. There's a lot of guys out here in desperate need of somebody to look up to. I mean, real talk. There's a lot of guys out here who desperately need like a father figure or a big brother or uncle, someone to look up to, someone to tell them that it's okay to be a dude. Being masculine is okay, because masculinity has been under attack. Honestly, how heavily masculinity has been under attack, it's what's given rise to guys like Wes Watson. But not too long ago, he was in a bit of trouble. Like some tall guy came to his gym, and he ended up getting jumped by Wes and his entourage or whatever. You know, I seen the video. I've kind of got mixed feelings about it, because ultimately you went to where he was. Now, people can say he shouldn't have put his hands on him, they shouldn't have attacked him, this and that, and you're not exactly wrong, but ultimately, bro, why'd you go there? See, the thing is that when people put themselves in certain situations, certain circumstances, when you put yourself in a position for something bad to happen to you, I have limited sympathy for you when you find yourself in a bad situation. So don't go somewhere where it's a high chance of something bad happening and then play victim when something bad indeed has happened. That man, though a victim technically because he was attacked, could have stayed wherever he was. Y'all know I talk about that a lot, about people leaving wherever the hell it was that they were at and going to do something silly when they could have just stayed where the hell they were at. We gotta apply this to this guy. He could have kept himself wherever he was and not went to that gym to go confront them or try to create internet cloud with whatever his reasoning is, man. He could have just stayed where he was at. So he goes there. I don't know in his mind how he was expecting this to play out. And I'm not defending Wes. I'm not no fan of his. I'm a 44-year-old man. I'm not some 13-year-old that's in desperate need of a male figure to look up to. So this isn't me like fanboying for him in any way, shape, or form. It's me looking at this from the perspective of a 44-year-old man that is very selective about how he spends his free time. Never, ever in a million years would you have caught me in that same scenario that he was in, because I never would have gave that the time of day. this internet stuff where y'all pulling up on people and all that, man, leave this stuff alone. He pulled up on them, and unfortunately for him, he really wasn't about that life. So that situation ended up happening. Wes got arrested for that. I don't really know what the details of that are. He got let go. I don't know if there's still something else pending with it. But skip forward to now, and apparently his assets are being seized. I don't know, man. Like, just whatever. This people that are like celebrating this and all that, y'all might have a little too much free time on y'all hands. I'm just saying. Real talk. This is Unc kicking y'all some free game. If y'all got this much free time to watch what's going on with this man's life, how much money he's making, what chicks he's banging, and if he's paying them to bang them, what's going on with cases or whatever going through the judicial system, what's happening when it comes to Fed showing up and seizing his assets. I mean, this is just too much for y'all to be keeping track with when it's not your business. You know, I'm just saying, this is too much. It gets weird when you're this invested in what's going on in somebody's life like this. You know, I look up this different stuff. I talk to y'all about it, but I be talking about it all in good fun, you know, and sometimes not so good fun, like when it's a really bad situation like the IVF clinic being bombed. But I have no personal investment in any of this stuff. You know, like I was talking about Travis Hunter and you know, how I wish him the best. I think that this is not necessarily the best move for him, but he believes that it is and all that. And I'm leaving it at that. I'm not going to be sitting up mad as hell about a decision that this man is making with his own, you know, with his own life. He wants what he's doing. He loves what he's doing. So, you know, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to be sitting here mad as hell, bent out of shape, following his every move, what he's doing, and all that sort of stuff. The things that I learn about him, it be so easily handed to me. I'd be like, damn, man, the internet don't miss nothing. But sometimes y'all out there, y'all can just go just a smidgen too far. Can step over the line just a little bit. And I'm just telling you, it's okay to like check in on this stuff for, you know, shits and giggles. You want to laugh at this and that, you know, that's fine. But make sure to keep it in perspective. Make sure to keep it in this proper place, that where it's just that, and you're not becoming too personally invested in it. Like, you don't want to become like a psycho X, a stalker X when it comes to this sort of stuff, because it makes you as a grown man look really weird. As an adult male, you should have more responsibilities, more things going on for you, to where you really just don't got time to be keeping up with another grown-ass man like that. So this is a message that I'm meaning with love. All right, Unc is sending this to you with all the best of intentions, man. I think some of y'all out there, y'all are a bit too obsessed with these people out there in their lives, what they doing, when they up, when they down, and all that. It's time to focus and lock in on what you got going on. I want to see what's happening with you. So I'm gonna leave it there. If you like what I do, hit me with a sub if you like what I do, and hit me in them comments. I'ma holler at y'all. Peace.